Nice. All right, well, put your hands together. Start cheering. And please welcome to the stage, Mr. Donny Walker!
The news. Osama bin Laden, dead. 11 wives, 54 children, 6 foot 5 inches. God, those virgins in hell better look the fuck out. All my kingdom comes. So anyway, it's been a good week for comedians, I can tell you, plenty happening. I actually think it's kind of ironic that he died in the Pakistan town of Islamabad. But also, I always thought he met all his wives speed dating. But now I realise he just went down to Lahore. So you got to hand it to the guy. When the moment came, the old wily backpacker, when the moment of truth came, this warrior, he hid behind one of his wives. Now that's not such a bad thing, because every married guy has probably thought about that, you know. What disturbs me is how fucking big was the wife. He's 6'5". He also, bin Laden, like he's the real Hugh Hefner of the Arab terrorist world. I mean, picture it. Bin Laden, with his 11 wives, would paint one fucking good calendar. And also, imagine like a bit of porn, huh? Ooh, I've Bin Laden. So, that's not the only news, of course. There was the royal wedding, which by now, even if you didn't watch it, you've seen it. Amazing. It was just, there were people from everywhere. There were kings of Tonga, there were weirdos. It was like a real omelette. And they flashed across the room in like this gay and lesbian section. It was the Aussie contingent. Floppy and Julia. But in fairness to Julia, I heard she went out with a bang, and by the end of it, they were calling her Julia Pillhard. But after watching all that, and after years, so I've always been a fan of the Queen Mother, the Queen, and now the thought of Kate being Queen of England comes down to 4 words for me. Kate, royal boob job. I mean, the Queen Mother, tremendous rack. Yes, thank you. Elizabeth, in her flat, yellow, breasted...
Canary.
Exactly. She made up with the hat. Anything else?
Canary.
Canary, okay. So, we'll leave the wedding. The next thing that I noticed, did anyone notice, we all had enough of the fucking wedding. Did anyone tell me William's surname, by the way? Tudor. Actually, the first one was wrong. I made my point. The other interesting news on the weekend was involving our old mate Michael Jackson. Did anyone see what it was?
His doc got off.
His doc, exactly. Not his dog, his doc. His doc got off. Did anyone know why?
Why?
Because he had cocaine in his underpants. When they found him and they did the autopsy, they stripped him and they found cocaine in his underpants. It was disguised into lollipops. No one knows who put it there, as there were no children present. Those pedophiles, huh? They're fucking up to something all the time. You've got to keep your eyes on them. I'm always fucking kidding around. You know, as by now you probably guessed that I'm a politically correct kind of guy. In the old days, people always used to say what was right. This day and age, a lot of us still do. You've always got those mates that say what they fucking think. You know, they embarrass you. I'll give you an example. A few months ago, Australia played Japan in the final of the Asian Cup. And, you know, we lost 1-0, but well, the right thing to say is that Australia had a lot of chances. They didn't take them in the end. Japan had 1 chance. They got a goal. They deserved to win. Well done. You know what a lot of my mates thought? Fucking Chinese cunts. And another thing, our friend Specific Sam over there, he touched on this earlier, but like, the Aussies are a real welcoming bunch. If we think you're having a, you're having a crack, you're trying to do it the Aussie way. Take the burqa, for example. Imagine they just twinned it a little bit and called it a burqa. Much more acceptable. I'll just tell you a little story to finish. Last Friday night I was out You know when you think you've done your luck, you didn't know where to go, you're at Ivy, you're like, she's fucking hot, what do I do? Anyway, at the end of the night, the lift down, I picked up the hottest Thai chick in the world. I mean, I'm telling you, she was cranking, and I was so low, I was like, fuck, I'm not going to be able to get a cab. You know, I got a cab. We're sitting in the cab, sitting in the back, I'm thinking, fuck, how good is this? And I went, oh, don't get a boner. And she did. Thank you.
Yeah!
Ladies and